Cuba official name, Republic of Cuba official language, Spanish number of residents, about 12 million land area, 110,861 square kilometers economic activities, agriculture, main activities. Sugarcane, tobacco, bananas, coffee, citrus fruits, rice and vegetables. Biotechnology, main activities, vaccines, dengue diagnostic kits and group B streptococcus, stem cells. The Cuban biotechnology currently has 38 registered products marketed in over 45 countries. The country boosts therapeutic vaccine projects, some in advanced stages such as hepatitis C and prostate cancer. Mining, main activities, nickel, chromite, iron, manganese, red clay and limestone. Cuba holds the largest nickel deposits in the world, about 34% of world reserves. Industry, main activities, refined sugar, cigars and cigarettes, cement, fertilizers, rum, textiles, bricks and tiles, pharmaceutical and biotechnology industry. Export main activities, nickel, refined sugar, rum, tobacco, cigars and cigarettes. Tourism main activities. The tour was a way the Cuban government met to structure again after the commercial blockade started in the year 1989. Currently, about 4 million tourists visit Cuba annually. It generates about 15% of tourism in the Caribbean and back to the public coffers about $7.6 billion a year. Tourism employs about 280,000 Cubans, and 138,000 jobs are direct and 130,000 indirect jobs. Curiosities. 1. There is press freedom in the country. Communication is by the government controlled. 2. There are political prisoners. 3. Salsa emerged in the country. 4. Cuban cigars are sometimes considered the best in the world. 5. Internet access is controlled by the government and almost on cell phones. 6. Buying and selling property is forbidden. There is only exchange, and to perform it is necessary to comply with many regulations. 7. Education and health are free. 8. Despite being an atheist state, Cuba accepts religious freedom. 9. One of the greatest achievements of the revolution in Cuba was to end illiteracy. About 99% of the population is literate. 10. Cuba has two currencies, weight and convertible weight. Cuban culture has experienced two major influences, both originating from the time of its colonization. The Spanish colonization has left deep roots. Even today are very explicit in Cuba, especially in its capital, Havana, which to this day retains many buildings and style acquired during the Spanish rule. On the other hand, the current culture of Cuba had great African influence. The colleagues is due to the massive arrival of African slaves after the near extinction of the former slaves, Amerindians. Despite the extermination of the American Indians by the Spaniards, Some of its cultural elements are present and resisted. In Cuba, the bra showing up is super casual, like so the jeans every woman uses. And the more flamboyant, the better. Nothing like a yellow blouse with black bra and white shirt with red bra to be super fashionable. Cuban who is Cuban has parts in Decade's cabinet, and these parts are not the exception, are the rule. Cuban who is Cuban has parts Q absolutely do not match each other, but he uses anyway. Cuba has won the outside parts Q are too tight, but they use it anyway. Short, fair.